Alright guys, so I edited the video and then I realized that there are two things that I forgot to discuss in this video. The first thing being the Rick Rubin photo tee leak. Now, this photo tee would be absolutely insane. That'd be amazing. Rick Rubin is a freaking legend. A lot of you guys may know him for work that he did with Jay-Z, Public Enemy. He's worked with freaking Lil Jon, Beastie Boys. Like, the dude's worked with so many different artists. He's worked in other genres as well. Like, for example, he produced one of my favorite songs, Californication from Red Hot Chili Peppers. He's done stuff for Metallica, Mick Jagger, like just so many different artists and so many different genres. Like, the dude is a legend and he's arguably one of the greatest producers of all time. And then the other thing I forgot to discuss is my Instagram. Make sure you go follow my Instagram. My Instagram's at the start. That'll be somewhere on the screen and the description below. You guys already know all season we will be cashing out and I will be taking some lovely photos in a lot of the pieces that are leaks and a lot of the pieces that we haven't even seen yet. You already know there's going to be photos of all of these pieces on my Instagram, and on top of that, I will discuss any new information that we get about the season on my Instagram, so make sure you go follow me on there. That is at the Star Life, like I said, somewhere on the screen and the description below. Now let's get into the video. What up, YouTube? Welcome to the Star Life and welcome to the video. Currently, we are outside in the wilderness once again. We're actually at Point Defiance Park. I guess they just did some like charity thing where people ran out into the sound, which is crazy because the sound is so cold. Honestly, if I would have known about it, I would have done it as well. However, I was not aware. I just came down here and saw a bunch of traffic. Anyways, you can hear propeller planes flying above, birds chirping. Just think of these sounds as calming sounds to relax your mind. Today I wanted to discuss some Supreme leaks. Originally I wasn't really gonna make this video, however I was talking to my boy Harrison Neville and he actually convinced me to make this video. There's just so much stuff that there needs to be some background information given, and I'm worried that once the drop list comes out there's gonna be so much heat that I won't have time to go over some of the details behind all of these pieces. Some of the details about the history or like the inspiration behind some of these pieces, it's kind of harder to appreciate exactly how dope these pieces are. Like, I think the season for Supreme is going to be sick based off everything I've seen. My overall assumption thus far before seeing the full drop list preview, I think it's gonna be crazy. Speaking of which, if you want to see a video of me talking about the full drop list preview, of course let me know by smashing that like button down below. You don't really have to, because if I'm being honest, no matter how many likes this video gets, even if it only got 1 like, I would still post a drop list preview for you guys, because that's just a video I want to make quite badly. I want to see the drop list preview and I want to share that excitement with you guys because I'm really stoked for this season. Anyways, let's get into some of the leaks that we know about thus far, going to Drops by Jay's page on Twitter. One of the first leaks that we saw from Drops by Jay is the tee honoring Prodigy. We got the Prodigy tee and then we got the chicken dinner tee. Now, I'm not a big fan of the chicken dinner tee, however, I think the Prodigy tee is sick. I'm so stoked for that. If you are a fan of Mobb Deep, then I imagine that you probably like this as well. I think a lot of people know the history behind this piece, especially since, as you guys know, Prodigy recently passed away. I saw a lot of people that didn't like this tee, and I'm assuming that they just weren't fans of Mobb Deep or fans of Prodigy, or maybe they didn't grow up listening to Mobb Deep, but I imagine most people that were a fan of Mobb Deep or a fan of Prodigy probably liked this tee. I think that this tee is sick. I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna cop one. I'm hoping it comes in a black colorway. That's just a mandatory piece, and he's rocking that Hennessy jersey. Now, one of the other leaks that we saw were the Supreme shoulder bags, and we saw some like ideas of what the backpacks and the duffels are gonna be looking like, and I just think that this is going to be so sick. It's such a better bag than last season. Last season's bags were trash to me. I did not like them. I apologize if you liked them. That's totally okay if you have a differing opinion. I just personally wasn't a fan. The only color that I really liked from last season were the white ones, because they didn't look shiny, and I don't really like that whole like shiny nylon look. As you can see, the branding has Supreme on it. I'm hoping it's 3M. It looks like the one that we saw was a tan color. However, I imagine they're gonna come out with a black color, a white, and I don't know what other color they may come out with. They'll probably come out with 4 or 5 colors, probably 4. Last season, what they came out with: white, black, turquoise, and red. Am I missing one? Then we got a leak of these green skull Vans. A lot of people knew instantly this was the inspiration from Juicy J. If you guys have ever seen the Stay Fly music video, Juicy J wears a green skull tee in there. I forget the brand of that tee, but anyways, yeah, I'm super hyped on that. I definitely want the Vans. I think the Vans would go super sick with this H.R. Geiger Supreme coach jacket. As you guys know, I got this from the boy Logan. Shout out to Logan, man. He's currently deployed. Logan, if you are watching this, best of luck, man. Stay safe. I appreciate you. Anyways, I think it goes super sick with this piece right here. This is one of my favorite pieces. I did make a whole video on this discussing the history and why this piece is so dope to me. I'll leave that link down below if you guys are interested. Yeah, I think the green skull graphic is sick. I definitely want the Vans. if I cop any tees or anything like that, I think the tees are just mock-ups, but if I do cop any tees or anything like that, I'll probably just cop those to sell. The Vans I will probably keep for my personal collection, especially because they're skate highs, and I love skate highs. Skate highs are like some of my favorite Vans. Some other shoes dropping, we've seen 2 other leaks for shoes dropping. We've seen these Zoom Streak Spectrum Pluses. This is summer 2018. These are so sick to me, and a lot of people were like, what? Like, how do you like those? I guess a lot of people don't really see me rocking dad shoes, and that's because I normally don't really rock a lot of dad shoes. Not that I don't like any of them, it's just that I'm very particular because most of the silhouettes to me are there's just too much going on. I like cleaner, just simple silhouettes. That's why I like Converse One Stars, Blazers, you know, Chucks, like stuff like that, like simple stuff. A lot of the dad shoes just have too much stuff going on. However, with this shoe, it's kind of funny because I like this shoe even though there's a lot going on, but I don't really care for the silhouette. I just like the graphics. I think this white one with the red flames is just so sick to me. This is just mandatory. I need this shoe. As for the black one, I don't really care. I normally am black on black, however, just with this piece in particular, because I don't really care for the silhouette and I actually like the graphics more. I want the graphics to stand out, and for that reason, I'm going for the white one for sure whenever those drop. Now, the other shoes that I don't really care for are the Air Force mids. I've never been a big fan of Air Force mids in my personal opinion. I understand why a lot of people like this piece. I've seen a lot of pieces like this in the thrift with this graphic, and I think it's cool. You know, they have all these little NBA teams with their box logo randomly displayed throughout the piece. One thing Duva actually brought up, and I think she has a good point, is the writing on the strap is pretty sick, especially how the letters are placed. Like if you look, they're kind of like not perfectly straight, but they like go up and down, kind of like block letters. And I just think that's really sick. But other than that, I'm not a big fan of those shoes. Oh, also with the green skull graphic, there are box logos that are dropping, and supposedly they're glow in the dark, so that's kind of sick as well. I don't know if the shoes or if the shirts or anything like that will be glow in the dark, but that's just one random little thing that I saw. Here's the piece that I was talking about that I haven't seen any of the leakers talk about the inspiration behind this piece. I just checked Supreme Copies and he hasn't talked about it, but the Supreme necklace tee. Now this piece is actually basically just a blatant copy of the Saliva album, which is called Every 6 Seconds. This album has a woman with her like mouth blurred, and then she's wearing a chain that says Saliva. As you can see, this is very similar, and this piece, obviously the big difference is that her necklace says Supreme instead of Saliva. I think the graphic is dope. Supposedly they're dropping stickers as well. I haven't seen anyone bring that up yet, and I think it's dope. I really hope that it causes people to listen to Saliva. Saliva's a really sick band. If you guys want to check them out, then go do that. I would say their most notable song was Click Click Boom on like the first Fast and Furious movie, but other than that, they don't really have any big songs. If you listen to rock music, you might know Saliva, but I feel like most people that listen to hip hop probably have never even heard of Saliva. Usually the people that I've been bringing Saliva up to, like they have no idea who it is. We also see a SOG axe, and this piece is mandatory. I need that piece. It says Supreme along the handle. I think it's kind of cool how it says Supreme in big letters and it kind of cuts off some of the letters. Like it just looks sick. I'd much rather see like a Supreme machete, maybe like a Supreme K-Bar collab. One of the pieces that I'm most excited for is the Illegal Business Controls America hoodie and decks. That is so sick. If you guys know, they did some hoodies with this graphic on the decks with this exact same font going all the way around, and this is actually a reference to Boogie Down Productions. They've used this Illegal Business Controls America saying on several pieces. They've used it on the hoodies, they've used it on some hats, but yeah, it's super dope to see them use this again. I would love to see this hoodie come out. This would be a mandatory piece. I definitely, if this hoodie drops, I need that. I plan on getting the deck as well. Being a fan of KRS-One, like that would just be so sick to see those release, and that was definitely one of the pieces that I was most excited for when I saw the leak come out. And I don't know, man, I think it's gonna be a dope season. We also see this metallic lawn chair thing. This is like a collab with some furniture company or something like that, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this piece. I don't really care about this piece. It's got this metallic graphic that says like Hosh New York, and then it has a Supreme metallic lawn chair, and there's some mock-ups of the actual chair and asking whether you would cop, which I know a lot of people probably would. I'm personally not a big fan of that piece, like I said, but you know, to each their own. Then we have the Supreme Undercover Public Enemy collab, and this piece is disgusting. I love Public Enemy and I really want to like this piece, however I'm just not a fan. I will probably cop to sell, but just overall I'm not too stoked on it. A lot of the Supreme Undercover collabs that do all over prints are usually pretty sick, and so maybe this will translate better on to like actual pieces, and when we see the actual pieces they will look a little bit better. But in my opinion, the mock-ups and just the pieces don't look that dope. We also have some other tees coming out, like the Motov tee, which has like a Molotov cocktail being readied to throw. There's a discussion of a Supreme Rawlings collab. And then some pieces that we have confirmed are like this Supreme like Arc tee, some Supreme mini box tees in like a mint green colorway because there's like a teaser or something. And then there's also these Supreme shorts, which have like this stripe and then it says Supreme. You know, honestly, because of the circle, it makes me think of like some Bape shorts or something. I will probably cop these. Oh, is that on the back? It looks like that's on the back because it looks like it's got a mini box on the front. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll probably cop these regardless, honestly. I think it's cool that it's on the back instead of the front. Another piece that we see, oh, this would be so sick. Black on black paisley zip up jacket. That would be so dope. We also see this piece. I'm not a big fan of this like numbers piece. I don't know, that's just not something I'm not too stoked about. And then two other pieces which aren't really leaks because this was actually displayed from Supreme. We see the marbled hoodie and then the studded jacket. Now the studded jacket is actually like inspiration from some vintage brand. I don't recall the name of it. I saw that on one of the leak pages. I'm not gonna pretend like I knew that because like I've told you guys, I do not like when people do that. But anyways, yeah, it is inspiration from like some vintage jacket. I think it's cool to see that jacket. It's a leather jacket with studded letters. I think it's so sick. However, I'll probably not be copying because it's gonna be super freaking expensive. You just know it's gonna be pricey. It's Supreme leather product and just the studded, I don't know. I think it's dope though. I really think it's sick because like if you guys know me, my mom was like a biker chick back in the day and just like, I don't know, like that kind of stuff, like that style is sick. If they do an all black one, I mean, really I like this colorway a lot though. This like forest green with the red and the white. Oh man, it's so dope. The Supreme lettering goes across the back just like the faux fur coat did 2 seasons prior. And yeah, man, I think the season's gonna be sick, bro. Like I know some people are like on the fence and some people, I don't know, especially after my last Palace video, I think people just expect me to hate this season because it's hyped. No, I don't. I've never hated stuff because it's hyped. Like last Palace season, I said it was one of the best Palace seasons ever. I just don't let hype affect my opinion. I like what I like and I don't like what I don't like. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think the season's gonna be sick. So far, just based off what I've seen, my favorite pieces, of course, are the Illegal Business Controls America hoodie and deck. I really like the Juicy J inspired green skull Vans. The necklace tee is super sick. The Prodigy tee is sick. Like these pieces to me are just dope because this all references music that I was a huge fan of as a kid and that I grew up listening to. So just for me, these pieces are all so sick. And then of course with the bags and then the Zoom Streak Spectrum Pluses, yeah, I don't know, man, this season's gonna be crazy. I'm super excited. But like I said, if you want to see a full dropless preview, let me know by hitting that like button down below. And of course, most importantly, the most important thing I can tell you guys to do is to go follow me on Instagram. My Instagram's at the Starlight. There'll be some on the screen and in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I am going to walk through the woods and hopefully find a dollar. I
got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers. The mob comes equipped for warfare.